story, yeah.
So this is via Daniel RPK that Hunter Schafer.
Wait, scroll. We can't see the story.
Well, I'm just gonna tell people what it is.
Okay.
He is suggesting that she is being considered for Zelda in the live action Zelda movie, and I would be all for this, and I think it's a perfect casting.
Voltaire was wrong, by the way.
Oh, was that I thought that was Sean.
No, I was going to say, as soon as you pulled that up, I'm like, I don't remember talking.
Oh no, that was Voltaire.
Said that this would never happen.
I apologize, Sean.
Voltaire also said that Nintendo would never consider this.
I agree with that. I would be shocked, and I would give applause to Nintendo if they do this. I think that Japan is more stuck with, conservative thinking, especially the big companies, and I would be shocked if they hired a trans woman.
But the thing is, she literally looks like Zelda.
She does.
And
I'm
you're not gonna get an actress.
You're not arguing with me. I would cast her in a second.
Yeah, like no disrespect to other actresses in Hollywood, you're not gonna get close as her.
Yes,
well, especially the Twilight Princess version of Zelda, she looks just like that.
Yeah, no, she looks like that. Yeah.
Now, Sean, what do you think about? I know you might not know as much about video games. You know Zelda though, right?
Oh yeah, I know Zelda,
and you know Japan and sticking with
Is someone trying to say that actress there is trans? Is that a dude?
No,
she is trans.
She actually is trans.
Okay, so that's a guy, and they're gonna get.
She's a girl, but she likes women.
I'm sorry,
yeah, she likes
I get
women.
confused.
She likes women and guys, but it's whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so they're gonna get
She's a trans woman. Yeah.
They're gonna get her, the trans woman, to play.
Do you think a Japanese big company like Nintendo that also? And listen,
no, because they're a little bit phobic of that stuff. And
that's what I would assume.
That's what Voltaire said too, though.
People got mad at countries. No, people got mad at Voltaire.
But apparently they are talking to her though.
That's great, and I would totally applaud that. That would be shocking for Nintendo. I think that would be Nintendo really getting with the times. Yes, exactly, Droga. Trans women are women. These are big companies. These are traditional companies. Whether you think traditional is, phobic or not, they're thinking about their properties and families and stuff. And that it's become a hot button issue, whether you think it should be or not. It has been. It's not for me. I'm fine with it.
You guys, you remember when the Force Awakens poster premiered in China and they shrunk. John Boyega down to this big, where on the American one he was that big. Look, they don't like a lot of black people in China, and in Russia they're very racist. They don't like black people. I mean, Jamie Foxx wasn't even on the poster for Django Unchained.
Well, they might be thinking about.
So they're probably. And so what I'm saying is Japan is very conservative with their culture stuff. They may not choose this.
Even if Japan itself, they might be thinking about China, which has become a big market, and they want this to succeed in China. And look at is his name RJ iShowSpeed, a big YouTuber or something? There were some moments when he was visited China that was very bad moments with interacting with the public over there.
And it's not it. And again,
the iShowSpeed thing though, yes, there was one person who said some really nasty stuff towards him, but the people in China loved him though.
Oh, okay.
They were idolizing him like he was a deity, man. It was crazy. He was like a big celebrity. It was just like the people in China welcomed him really openly.
Mm-hmm. Anya Taylor-Joy.
He met the president.
It'll be interesting. Well, Anya Taylor-Joy's got the eyeballs that look like Zelda because they're really far off to the side of her head.
I don't think Nintendo.
Cheeseman, what the hell is your icon now?
Bro, oh my god.
Taco.
Oh my god,
that's Donald.
No, look, Anthony. I think that this is what happens when you deliver the news. Voltaire had no problems with it. He said, "I just don't think Nintendo, a traditional Japanese company that's been around a long time, would do that."
No,
he has no problem with it personally.
Here's what I'll say about
he'd be happy to eat crow.
real quick,
Yeah.
this is what I'll say
Or
about Zelda
chicken.
2. I'm not saying that this isn't true, but there was also another report about the Zelda movie that they were looking to cast Zelda and Link to be like a lot younger, like maybe like 14 to like 17, like teenagers,
That doesn't work.
because they want to do a trilogy.
But
So
she's young.
they
She's like
want to do like the
25.
first movie where like they're like kids.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I don't know. That's
I
just something
just
I
don't
heard
see
too.
them going in this direction. The way the backlash would be online in the United States alone, with all the the right wingers, boy, it would the movie would be a box office disaster in this country.
But here's what I'll say though,
It
Shaw.
could potentially be in China too,
Well, you know what?
unfortunately.
Here's what I'd say to
They
push back
ban
slightly
it.
against Shaw. I do think that online, sadly, people would be assholes about it, but I do think people underestimate the power of Nintendo as a brand and their fandom. The Nintendo fandom showed up big for Super Mario Brothers, and I feel like they would help create a more positive, like, response to this because a lot of Nintendo fans do like the idea of casting Hunter Schafer because she does look so much like the character.
Yeah, but there's a
So I
lot of
do think the
other
Nintendo
people that
fandom could
look like the
support and rally
character
behind the
too.
movie.
Yeah, does she have a does she have like a deep voice?
No,
I
no,
mean,
no, no, no,
I'm asking because I've not seen her in anything.
no, no, no,
Be
no,
careful, Sean.
You
no.
know, what I'm saying is,
No.
can she act? I don't know.
She
I've not
was
seen her in
so
Yeah,
her
anything.
she
claim to
has been
fame
in.
was in the HBO show Euphoria.
I
She was
haven't seen
very
Euphoria.
yeah, like
No,
she
I
was
haven't seen
very
it.
critically acclaimed in that show.
Yeah,
So I think she got award nominations.
yeah.
Wow. Well, good for her.
I'd be happy to eat lots of things if I'm wrong. Okay. So here, Hunter Schafer's reportedly eyed to play Princess Zelda in live action Legend of Zelda. And I also think if this is just above average, slightly above average, I'd say this would dunk a Mario movie box office.
I'm still worried about that movie though. This
What,
one.
Zelda?
Yes, because one big reason, it's one name. Avi, or actually two names. Avi and Ari Arad.
Oh
They
Lord.
are producing this, and it's at Sony.
Here's the other reason
I
why I'm
don't
not
I
concerned
don't
at all.
The
I
franchise
don't
killer. That's what we call
I
them.
don't trust Sony, and I don't trust the Arads whatsoever.
Here's why I trust this movie is going to be good, RJ. If it's not up to the quality of Nintendo, they will shelve it. Nintendo has been consistent with
And
this.
I have a feeling Nintendo's going to shelve this
Okay. And then just do
because
Mario
I
2 or
I
Donkey
just
Kong.
don't see Sony being able to do this.
Okay.
I don't understand why didn't they do a deal again with Universal? You did a great movie.
This isn't the same Nintendo that
I
green
think it's I
Yeah,
think
like
it's
you have
because
that
you have
greenlit that Mario
to
Brothers
respond
movie
to
from the
Anthony's
90s.
question about Universal, I think it's because Sony may have already had a deal in place for a Zelda project before the Universal deal with
But why not
Nintendo.
animated? I think if it was animated, it would have done well at the box office.
I don't know. I can't answer that.
I
don't know.
guess because animated takes about 6-7 years to make it, while the live action is only a year and a half or 2 years easily.
Yeah, they want to make these. They want to make money.
I mean, Sony is a box office bond lately, so like